Hi, welcome back. So yesterday I went to see my nail tech for a quick lesson on shaping, and I thought I'd share what I've learned, or what I've hopefully learned. Yes, I am qualified. Yes, it's newly qualified, and I don't think it hurts to have continuous sort of lessons. Well, it certainly doesn't hurt me. She's fantastic. So thank you, Maria, again. So this is my silicone hand. I've just prepped the nail bed of it, and I'm gluing on the tips that you must glue on before you go ahead and apply an acrylic. So we're going to do two shapes. So two tips are going to be placed on. This hand, although it's fantastic, and you can move the fingers around, which is great, it's heavy. Oh my god, it's heavy. And when you're filing the nails, it's like they're stuck to jelly. But it's good to practice on. I'm using Glitterbels acrylic and Monomer today, I believe. Let me just get it. I think peachabel shimmer is the core powder. It's lovely, actually. It's really nice to work with, although when I was doing this, I don't know why I did this. The beads I was picking up were really wet, but I managed it. They didn't run away from me too badly. No cuticles or sidewalls were harmed in the making of this video. Rolling my form, trying to get a little bit of a C-curve in there. Now when you're putting a form on a practice hand, they do not stick. You have to hold them in place. And yes, it probably would have been easier to put a tip on, but I prefer to sculpt, and I think if I can learn to sculpt all the right shapes from scratch, then it's a winner. So I'm just keying the surface of that nail. You have to be careful, and I think at some point in this video I do let go of the form and it drops, and you can see it in the acrylic. So I pick it up quickly and try and smush it back together. It works, it works. See the shimmer in there. Beautiful. Really nice to work with as well. And this is the other thing, when you're using a silicone practice hand, you try and point the finger down, but you've got to have a vice-like grip, seriously. This is me trying to put my lid on until I realised, there we go, I'd popped the tip in the end of it, the bit that I'd cut off. Going well, aren't I? So just burp in my brush, ready to pick up that first bead. There we go. You really do have to hold on to that form. The bead was far too wet. But I worked it. We got it right in the end. It's not how I normally pick up a bead. Having said that, I do it again on the second nail. So patting and pressing, trying to reduce some of the bulk in that nail and keep the shape as well, not flooding any side walls. That bit wouldn't come off, I had to fold it up. I'm sure that's something to do with me being new though. So I'm making sure that all the acrylic is attached to the edge of the nail, and it's not thick. I'm not leaving a thick line so I don't get any marbling. I'm sort of patting and pressing to make it thin, but shaping as I go along, making sure it's coming straight out from the side walls as well. So I was with Maria yesterday, my nail tech, who's fabulous, and we were talking about, you know, you get square nails and then you get spade nails, and I really didn't want to, I wanted to know how to make a square nail not so spade-like. You know, if you're coming straight out from the sidewalls, some people have quite broad nail plates. So hopefully, there you go, it's dropped. You can see that line. Push it back up quick and smush it together. Thank God that doesn't happen on real people. Yeah, so we were talking about how to make the shape of the nail not look like a spade. When people have narrower nails by the cuticle than they do at the free edge, they tend to come out wider. So it's all about the filing and the shaping, is what I learned yesterday. So I've tried to make this as if it was a very wide nail, natural nail bed, and I've tried to shape it to minimise that, but as if the customer or Silicon Sally there wanted a square nail and not a taper. So I've tried really hard, bearing in mind my lesson yesterday. I'll let you know. Now I have to hold this until it dries, because as you saw, if I drop that nail, that form rather, you get a lovely big whopping dip in your acrylic. So I took that off camera, you don't want to watch me do that. So that is paint drying, isn't it? So onto filing side walls. Vice-like grip holding that nail in place so I'm not ripping it off the nail bed. As you can see, I have sort of widened the nail at the end, so I need to make sure that's coming straight out of the side walls and is not a spade, because at the minute it is. Look at it, it's a mess. I do speed the filing up because otherwise it's a bit long and boring. You can see there, the bit that overlaps the outer edge is what needs to come off. And the cuticle area, this is a soft file, it's a 180-240, so I always use the 240 side on the cuticle. Filing some shape into the nail now. Looking down the barrel to make sure it's even, and then adjusting where it's not. Oh, this is another thing I spoke to Maria about. I especially square nails. For some reason, with square nails, I faff and I faff and I faff. But she's given me some really, really good advice. And most of that advice was, you know, when it's done, leave it alone. Because I am guilty of file. Oh, I'll just file a bit more and then a bit more. Feeling it, that's an important part. Feel, make sure there's no lumps, no dents, no divots. Not bad, eh? Not too thick. You can see the size of the file. It is quite slim, sort of credit card thickness. Maybe even a little bit less. So grabbing some acetone and just wiping over to get rid of the dust and smoothing out, just checking it is all correct. There is an apex in there. Even though it's short, it doesn't need a massive apex, but it still does need something for a bit of strength. There we go. Please do pop a like and subscribe. So, the little finger. I decided I wanted to do a short oval stroke stiletto kind of thing. Almond, pointed almond. And I realised halfway through doing this now how wonky that form is that I've placed. But we got there. We got there in the end. I'm just going to let you watch this one. Same routine as the last one. See me realising then that my form was totally wonky. I thought, well, you know what, this could happen. This could actually happen. Let me just see if I can correct this as I go and still build a reasonable nail. I think had it been longer, it would have been a real cock-up, but yeah, not too bad. I didn't make you suffer me holding the form in until it dried. So I'm making sure that the angle comes out from the start of the free edge of the nail on both sides. Sped it up a bit for you now. You did well, didn't I? Kept most of this in shot. Yes, there we go. So despite that form being a bit wonky, that's not looking too bad. That's not too shabby at all. But had that have been a much longer nail, yeah, there would have been problems. It would have been twisted and all sorts. And it is ever so slightly. You just can't see it from the top. I did promise you I'd leave my cock-ups in though. There you go. I did end up doing some nail art on these two nails, but they're different videos. They will be uploaded soon though. But not bad shape at all, considering that was such a wonky form. And you know what? I'm quite happy with both of those. I don't think that that square is too shovel-like. Do you? What do you think? Thank you for joining me again. Please do share, subscribe and like, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!